you if you're a dance mom, if you're involved in the dance world, if you're a dance instructor, or you own your very own dance studio. I am creating something for my daughter since she is a dancer. And I want her to track her journey, like the good things, the bad things, the things that she says that she might not remember later on. But I want her to track all the beautiful memories also that she is accumulating throughout the season of her life. And what I am working on is a dance diary. Let me go ahead and share with you what I created a couple nights ago, and I started designing a couple front covers. Let's begin. What I am sharing with you guys right now is there are some of the designs that I came up with while I was working on my daughter's dance diary. And this is just a front cover of a book such as this one. And I'm going to go ahead and design one with you live so that you can see how I can create something like this, create the borders, that black outline, and things like that. So there are a lot of cool things you can do in Canva, and we're going to get started. I am going to recreate something like this, which I thought was very cool, and let's get to it. The font size, the book dimensions that I'm working on right now, it's an 8.5 by 11 since it's a journal. It doesn't have to be an 8.5 by 11. It could be a different size depending on what you're looking for. But I also want to include in this diary not only just like notebook style lined pages, but rather also like a coloring page or two or something like that. So let's go ahead and get started with the design process. I went ahead and added a page here to this file, but what I'm going to do on this page, I'm just going to go ahead and click on delete because I want to start off from just a white canvas. The pink lines are not borders that are already pre-done. Here, when you click on elements, I had to create them. So one way that you can do that is by clicking on elements. Then you click on the shape under shapes, and you could just choose a square. The reason why you can choose a square is because now this square, you could bring it, let's say raise it all the way up to one corner, expand it to the right, and then create that, that first border. Then what I do is I'm going to go ahead, let me just make it smaller. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate that same rectangle, right? I'm going to bring it all the way to the bottom. Now we have that. I am going to change the color. I want more like a teal or like a light blue. We can do something like that. Now I'm going to just click on the one at the bottom. I'm going to duplicate it, bring it up. But now what we're going to do is we're going to shift it at a 90-degree angle. Okay, because we want to bring it to the side. Let me go ahead and I can put it here. Now I'm just going to expand it to the bottom. Excellent. See how that is? Okay, now I'm going to duplicate it because I need one on the other side. Now we have our border. What's next? I'm going to duplicate this one right here, but I'm going to change the color. Let's say I want a pink. But I'm going to click on the position because I'm going to send it to the back. Oh, let's do it one more time. Perfect. Now here I'm going to duplicate. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to change the color to that pink, and the position I'm going to put it all the way in the back. I'm going to do the same thing all around. Duplicate it. And then, let's move it up just a little bit. There you go. Change the color to that pink. Click on position to the back. And I'm going to do it here on the bottom as well. I'm going to duplicate it, shift it a little bit up. There you go. Change the color and click on position. Click on position and click to the back. Now we have our border. What's next? We want some words on there. On the initial design that I designed was Dance Life Diary. We can do the same thing. All we have to do is click on text, click on heading, and we can do dance. I'm going to do one word at a time. So let's say I'm going to choose to put the word dance here, expand it. I think at 106, the size is 106. I think it's perfect. dance. I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to bring it down and I'm going to change the word to life. Duplicate that. Whoa. Bring it down. Make sure the spacing is perfect. And then add the word diary. So I want it all caps. But now let me go ahead and just move it a little bit just in case. And then this one I could center it. Make sure that it has good spacing. Perfect. So we have dance diary. Let's say I want a different font. We can go ahead and do that. I can use, let's see, something like this would do. Something like this will be perfect. Leak Gothic. And let's say I do the same thing here. But now I'm going to expand it. It could be the same size, different size, you name it. And then here, it's the same thing. Leak Gothic, and we can just go ahead and add in that font size. So we have that. Now we are going to go to click on elements, and we want to go ahead and on the search bar, we want to search for dancer. Okay, you can put dance, dancer. You're going to have a lot of different images to choose from. We can go ahead and add something like this, where we could put it on the side and it looks like that. And then you can choose several different ones. So for example, let's say you want to choose this one, you can do that too. I like this one because you can actually change the colors inside of it. So for instance, I'll show you now. Let's say you want to change the hair, maybe you change the pants to like an orange or like that pink. You can do that. Maybe change the hair to like a teal. And you can go ahead and use that same color scheme. The same thing goes for her. For that image of the girl with the orange hair, you can leave it as orange, or you can choose maybe like that pink and just keep that same color scheme going. So this is just one idea that I can give you. And you could always use the images for them to overlap over the words, and it's really up to you. Now, let's say, for example, I'm going to go ahead and duplicate. I'm going to click on grid view. I'm going to go ahead and design just one page of the interior, maybe 1 or 2 pages of what I want the interior pages to look like for this style of diary. You don't want to just have blank lines, but rather you want to be able to maybe add some content, add some questions, some prompts. So one of the prompts that I would add is something like this. It would be, how does it feel to go to practice? Maybe on this particular day, it didn't feel all that great to go to practice. If you are a mom to a dancer, you know that not every day is a good day. And most days your child may not want to go to dance. But then it's funny because after I pick up my daughter from dance, she's like, oh my God, Mom, I loved it. So it is so funny. Let's go ahead and just look for the word dance. Look for an element that represents dance. And it could be really anything. Let's say I'm going to use this image, for instance. You can go ahead and write a prompt and put an image right there, like right next to it. And you can even do the following. Let me go ahead and show you. You can, let's say, a line. We can go ahead and add a line or something like this. No, that's too thick. Maybe this will be, no, I don't like that. Let me see if I can try to use perhaps the rectangle. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm going to show you what you can do. If you want to go ahead and take it day by day, you can. You can do like a day 1, day 2, and like do a 365 days of dance, 365 days of dance or something like that. It's just a great idea of something you can do. Let me go ahead and change this color. I want to go ahead and keep the same color scheme as the book cover. So let's say we're going to add this one here. And then we can add the question. Now here under, how does it feel to go to practice? You can add lines like notebook lines, and you can search for it on Canva as notebook lines. And then we can add those here, which would be, it'll allow some writing to take place. We could do something like this. Whoa. Something like this, and then add like a little activity here on the bottom. But so here above, before I forget, I'm going to click on heading, and here we can put the dance life, right? Day 1. So I put dance lift. Oh my goodness. Now I can't even type dance life. And then we're just going to go ahead and make sure that this is aligned well. We're going to change that font. I like that playwright style. And then maybe make it a little bit smaller. Something like this, right? And then you don't have to keep this here. You can always delete it if you don't like it. And then we can move this up here, move the lines here. And then you can add another element. Let's say, for example, it's dance shoes. Maybe your daughter likes ballet. We can go ahead and add some ballet shoes here to the side. And you could start constructing a beautiful page for your daughter or for your audience, for whoever it is that you're going to be selling this book to, if you want to go ahead and sell it as well. And then here in the bottom, you can do maybe some like type of like mindfulness exercise or breathing exercise. I'm going to show you what that will look like right now in just a moment. I'm going to go ahead and use this heading, and then I'm going to bring it down. I can even duplicate this and bring it down. And then here I can put something like activity for mindfulness, right? Let's say activity for mindfulness, and it would be something like, you can add a little instruction. I'm going to use this one as a matter of fact. Breathing exercise, something like that. And you can start adding the breathing exercise. Let's say, for example, you're like, you know what? I wouldn't know how to come up with a breathing exercise. You can do two things. You can go to ChatGPT and Google, and you can go ahead and research different types of breathing exercises for children, for kids, for girls, for dancers. Or you can go ahead and just click on this content where I put where I typed in breathing exercise. You see this little pencil right here that's called Magic, right? And you can go ahead and click on custom prompt. And then under custom prompt, wait, let's do that again. Under custom prompt, you're going to go ahead and ask, provide a 2-sentence breathing exercise for a young dancer to practice. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and click on generate. And then it says, inhale deeply through your nose, filling your belly like a balloon, and hold for a moment. Exhale slowly through your mouth, imagining the air flowing like a gentle wave, and feel your body relax. Okay, I like that. So we're going to go ahead and click on add below. We're going to add it below what's already there, which is, for instance, here where it says breathing exercise. We're just going to make sure that we have the right font so that everything looks like it goes together. And then here, we're going to go ahead and just capitalize this, click on end, delete that period, and just put the, make sure that it's like a title, right? So breathing exercise, you could even add 2-minute breathing exercise. So now you have, they could put a timer or something like that. And now you have an activity for mindfulness, and you have a chance, a writing prompt that they can now use so that they can do a little bit of writing. And then you can continue this. Let's say, for example, you like this template that you created and you just want to continue to provide more activities and more prompts. All you have to do is you go here down here where it says, where you have those 3 dots. And all you have to do is duplicate the page. So now you duplicated it. And now on this page, all you have to do is change, go to the end and just add the word to. Day 2, and here just change the prompt. How does, or what do you fear most about dance or about dancing? Okay, and then you have another prompt here. And then here, activity for, let's say, activity to gain flexibility, right? And then here you do the same thing. We're going to go ahead and delete this, okay? Or you know what? I have a great idea. We're going to go ahead and change that title, and instead of 2-minute breathing exercise, we are going to name it a 2-minute stretch exercise. And what's cool about something like this, that if you are an instructor, you can create your own videos. You can put, whether it's through like an app that you created or through your YouTube channel, and you could set them to like private exercises or private videos, and you can create a QR code, add the QR code to this page here, so that if they want to go ahead and follow you on with that stretch exercise, all they have to do is, their parents, all they have to do is scan the QR code. It takes them straight to the video, and they could just follow along. So I think that's brilliant. So now here, let's say I want to remove this. I'm going to go ahead and click on this little pencil for Magic Write, and I am going to click on Custom Prompt and provide a stretch exercise for a young dancer in 2 sentences. I put 2 sentences so that it can actually fit in what I'm like, just as you see here. Now what we're going to do here is stand tall with your feet hip width wide apart. Reaching your arms overhead as you stretch your body upward, feeling the length in your spine. Slowly lean to one side, keeping your hips stable, and hold the stretch for a few breaths before switching to the other side. Perfect. We're not going to click on add below because we don't want to add it. We want to replace what's already there. So we click on replace. And now guess what? You just created the second page. We did it in less than, I think, 5 minutes. I think that was great. All you have to do is continue to do this over and over again. And guess what? You have a dance life diary. I hope this video was helpful. Go ahead and leave me a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you try to do something like this, or if you've ever thought about doing a dance life diary or some type of dance diary for your child or for your business. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. God bless.